Hello, welcome back. I'm Whitney. Today we are going to be doing a quick class for your abs. We're going to be doing no crunches, no sit-ups, so none of that traditional stuff. It's calisthenics, using things from Pilates and Barre class. All you will need is your mat. Let's get to it. So first up, before we even move, I want to go over the breath very quickly because I'm not there in your home to see how you're breathing, and I want to make sure we understand the principles. So for the Pilates breath, to make sure we really are engaging into the abdominals, take one hand to the rib cage and one hand to the belly. So first, let's take a normal breath. So when you take a normal breath, you know, your belly gets a little bigger, it inflates, and then you exhale, right? So now, for the Pilates breath, which we really want to try to incorporate for especially all the abdominal work, pull your abs in like you're, putting on a tight pair of jeans. Keep it in. And then when you inhale, try to keep it in and breathe into the rib cage. So let the rib cage expand, but keep the abdominals in, the belly in. So let's try. Take an inhale. Exhale out. So in through the nose, out through the nose, ideally. One more time. Okay, so it gets easier as you get used to it, but just try to keep that going. Keep the abs in, breathe out into the rib cage. Let's now move. So first, let's lightly warm up those abdominals. Hold the back of the thighs. Inhale here, nice straight spine. And then as you exhale, think of stretching that lower back. So you're tilting the pelvis, pull those abdominals in. Here's where you can start to practice. Inhale. Keep those abs in, just let the rib cage expand. Exhale. So you feel the rib cage close into the center as you go. And inhale. And exhale. Let's do 4 more. This is just a warm up. In and back. And 3, always going back to a straight spine and then rounding like a C through your spine. And 1. Okay, now we're going to roll all the way down to our back. Really try to do this one vertebrae at a time. So just stretch your arms. Roll, roll, roll. Place your head down. And then we're going to take our legs up to tabletop. So again, keep those abs in. Take your right leg up to tabletop. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, left leg up to tabletop. So now from here, we're going to do a little bit of ballet footwork. You're going to stretch your legs up. Let's stretch them a couple times. Maybe you have tight hamstrings like me because I haven't done much today. Okay, 1 more. Bend the knees and stretch. Now you're going to turn out your feet. So turning it out all the way from your hip joints. Let's take our arms out to a T, and you're going to cross right ankle in front of left ankle and then left over right. Changement. Cross, cross, cross. Keep the abs in tight as you begin to lower your legs. 45 degrees maybe, start there, and then come up. Keep doing that, or if it felt easy, you can begin to take it lower. Whew. And it's quite hard to get those legs up. Keep it going here. We go down, 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 and up, up, up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you come up. We do 2 more. You don't have to go as low as me. Remember, you could just go 45. 1 more time here. And in. It's difficult, you guys. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do, I know I said we weren't going to do any crunches. This is a tailbone lift, but some people do call it a reverse crunch. But it's not the crunch you're thinking. So I'm still true to my word. So your legs are going to go straight up to the ceiling. Then you want to imagine there's a bullseye right above your feet and you're trying to hit the target of that bullseye. So we don't want the feet to come up over our head. We're going straight up. So arms down by your side now. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop your lower abdominals in, lift and lower, lift and lower. So it's a small movement. Exhale up. Getting into those lower abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Break for a moment. Now we're gonna do leg circles. So you're gonna squeeze your legs together. Imagine they're glued together now. They cannot separate. Arms can be down. I prefer them at the T again. You're gonna drop the legs, make a circle. Exhale, back up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale up. And 2. The bigger you make the circle, the harder it is. 1 more. Bend the knees in between, and then we, of course, have to circle the other way to complete this. So here we go, to the left. 3 more. And 2. Last one. And in, good. Okay, so hug it in. Now we're gonna roll like a ball up to our tailbone. So again, you have to keep the abs in to really control this movement because we don't wanna get out of control. We're gonna roll to our tailbone without letting our feet hit. So let me show you. You're either gonna hold the back of the thighs or the shins. Let's start here because that's easier. Roll up to the tailbone, balance. So I don't want you coming here. Then make sure your spine is still round so you don't, ooh, I'm on a bit of a slanted floor, so it's hard for me to roll, but you can probably roll better than me. Anyway, then we're gonna do 2 more. If you want more of a challenge, hold it from the shins. And 1. And come up. Okay, good. Now from here, we're gonna stretch our legs out and then bring them back in. So if you are newer to this, you can stay here on your hands. Keep the fingertips pointing forward. You'll stretch the legs. Exhale in. Inhale. Exhale. To advance, keep your arms lengthened. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going here. We go 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Let's take a little butterfly stretch in between our next exercise. So soles of the feet together, inhale up nice and tall, and then exhale, just take a little fold forward, hinging at that waist. 1 more inhale, and roll up. You're gonna take your hands in front. We're coming to tabletop. Now, from here, we're gonna do a plank to a pike. So let me just show you what I want you to not do. So you could do this super simple where you think pike is making that triangle position. So you're here in the plank and then you just lift your hips, right? The way to engage the core more as you go into it is think of first, let me show you right here. You want to think of closing the rib cage in. You kind of round through the upper spine and think of that movement first coming from here, then to the hips. So let me show you an example. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, close the rib cage first. Begin to move from the upper spine, and then it goes to the hips. You feel a lot more the abdominal work going on if you go that way. Exhale, bring it back to plank. We are gonna do 5 more. Pull it in. And back. And we do a few more here. And 3. Forward, 2 more. Last one. Okay, now come forward to plank. Now we're gonna do a leg pull. So I want you to go into a single leg plank. Keep your left foot down. Right foot's gonna come up, point the toes. Just lift, squeeze into that right glute, tap. Lift, tap. Keep the rib cage closed here. 3, 2, 1. Other side, left leg, point the toes, lift, tap, lift, tap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We take a little stretch in between. Child's pose. Inhale. Stretch through the fingertips. Exhale. Okay, now we're going to do a forearm plank. So elbows under your shoulders. Take it here. We're going to be doing some twisting. So actually interlace your fingers. That's going to be better. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Then you're going to drop one hip, twist and look, and back. Then the other way. Twist and back. And we're going to be here for a while. Remember, keep those abs in. Don't let that belly hang. And we just go for 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Close the rib cage. Pull the abs in. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And we get a little breather. We're not done yet. We got one more thing. Take a little stretch. Open up the chest. Gaze up. Okay. We're at the grand finale. So we're going to do a variation of side plank today. Now, your top leg is going to be extended. Your bottom leg is going to be bent. First, it's going to be to do a modification. Then it's going to get a little more complicated. So let's just go over basic side plank first in modification. So you're going to keep your bottom leg down, just your top leg is going to do the work. Top hand on the hip, exhale, lift up and lower. And 3. So you want to make sure the shoulder is over the elbow and you're not sinking into the shoulder. And 1. So for most of you, that's probably pretty easy. Now, let's take this foot. It's going to just plant into that inner thigh, and you're going to try to lift that knee up with it. So it's a passe side plank. So inhale to prepare. Exhale. Lift up and lower. Try again, not to sink in the shoulder, or else you're going to feel it there. So you've got to really engage in your side obliques. And 2. We got 1 more. Okay. Ready for one more challenge? If that was already a lot, you go back to what we just did, or even the first version. If you want to try one more thing, we're going to do some fancy choreography. So you're going to lift up. Here we go. Lift, kick the leg, bring it back in, and lower. And we do 3 more. Lift and kick, and in, and lower. Just 2. And we got 1 more, then we stretch. Okay, and stretch. So mermaid stretch, stack your legs, take the hand past the feet, stretch that arm all the way, look up towards the sky, really press into that outer hip. 1 more breath. All right, 1 more side. Here we go. Turn it around. This leg is going to be extended the whole time. Inside of the foot is pressing into the mat. We'll begin with the modification, then we up the level. Hand on the hip. Move sticks out of the way if you're in the forest like me. And we lift. And we lower. Super easy to begin, just feeling what we need to engage in these side oblique muscles. 2. And 1. All right, let's get ready to keep that foot in contact with that inner thigh. Lift and lower. Remember, exhale, pull the abs in. And 2. And 1. Okay, so again, if this next version is too much, something to work up to, maybe you keep repeating this class and then in a few months you got it. But either way, do a modification if you need to. We lift, kick, in, lower. We just do 2 more. Lift, kick. Here we go. Last one. And down. Awesome. Go ahead and take your well-deserved stretch. Hand goes past the feet. Look up, stretch that arm. 1 more breath. All right, and then let's just do 1 little round of cat-cow to just finish the practice today. So take an inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Don't hold the abs in anymore. Now relax the belly, You can fill the belly with air as you inhale and exhale. Just let it all go and then round the spine. Maybe move back and forward a couple times. And one more time, go back into the cow and round. And you're all done. Thanks so much for joining. Let me know how you like that class in the comments below, and I'll see you back here next time.